Judge.
Great to see him here. He looks delighted to be here. This, I think, is probably one of the most difficult judging assignments you could have. For those of you who don't know what the breeders' competition is all about, each breeder comes in with a team because they present up to 4 dogs, all of their breed, and we're starting with the Afghan hounds coming in. Look at these, 3 of them in this case. No?
Yeah, there's 3 in the first group, and then in the second group we've got 4.
Well spotted, yes.
Delightful now. We've got 4 little Basset Fauve de Bretagne. That lovely russet coat.
And the, well, one of the breeds that you know all about, Jessica. 4 of them coming in now. The Petit Basset Griffon Vendéen.
Oh, I love their little neckerchiefs with the rosettes on the handlers. Fantastic. And now we have Basset Hounds, 3 in that group.
And the Beagles following on, 3 of them. The maximum they can have is 4, but 3 is acceptable. And of course the judge has to decide which is the best collection, I suppose we could call them.
There's a second group of Beagles now, all of whom are going to have a shake before they get to the other side of the ring. There we go.
And here come a little team of 4 miniature smooth-haired Dachshunds, followed by some more, another 4. Oh, these are the standards, are they, the second lot?
And here's a group of Abidjan hounds coming in. They're going to overtake the Dachshunds if they're not careful.
Slow down, boys, slow down. And now the Norwegian elk hounds. We've just seen one, of course, with the Young Kennel Club. But it is wonderful the way that the breeders come decked out so smartly. It's a beautiful show.
Pharaoh hounds now. Yes, we're looking for uniformity in the dogs that are bred by an individual, and there seems to be quite a bit of uniformity in the dress as well. Rhodesian Ridgebacks, Salukis coming in now. We're really getting the theme going here, aren't we, with the colour coordination.
They look so smart. And we're now moving on into the Terrier group, and the first group coming in are these very characteristic Bedlington Terriers.
And a second group of Bedlingtons there. We'll talk more about the individual breeders' dogs in a minute, just to get them into the ring now.
And look at these 4 Cairns.
Cheeky little things.
Aren't they? And you heard the ring announcer there. 4 Irish Terriers coming in.
With their very fetchingly green handlers to set off the beautiful red coats. Soft coat and coated Wheatons here.
Did you say that again?
I'll get there in the end. I'll put my teeth in a minute.
And the toy group led in by 4 Bichon Frises and 3 long coat Chihuahuas.
Delightful little Papillon, all black and white, with their black and white decked out handlers as well.
And watch this space. And 4 of these tiny little puffballs, the Pomeranians.
And here's a group of 3 pugs.
And followed on by the utility group with the Dalmatians.
And if you look behind these dogs as they're coming parading in, you start to get an image of just how many dogs we are going to get into the ring by the end of this.
It's fantastic, isn't it? There's 4 Lhasa Apsos there, followed by toy poodles.
One of which needs a pee.
Oh dear.
Well, better out than in.
And followed in by Tibetan Spaniels, 4 of them too. The little toy poodle's going to have to catch up. You can see now the working group, 4 magnificent Bernese, followed by 4 gigantic. Oh, we haven't got the Wool Mastiffs.
No,
we've got Newfoundlands
there.
Yes.
And here we have the first of the pastorals. There's an Australian Shepherd team. They look fantastic, actually.
Don't they, though?
And here we have the little Finnish Lapphunds.
And the classic German Shepherd dogs, 3 of them. It is a fantastic achievement for these breeders to produce these wonderful dogs which all match so beautifully. And look at the Hungarian Poolies coming in there, 4 of them.
Absolutely delightful.
Polish lowland sheepdogs there. And the little Swedish Valhunds coming in.
And now, in a minute, we're going to see the first of our gun dogs. Here we have Brittany's. There's a group of 3 Brittany's there.
Followed by 4 German short-haired pointers.
Always a strong contender in the breeders' groups.
And a breed we don't see so many of these days. They are magnificent. Their colour is so fantastic. The Gordon setters, 4 of them.
And this particular breeder is so clever with this breed. Pointers. We've got a group of 4 pointers.
Spectacular, isn't it?
Clumber Spaniels. There's one of them driving its handler there.
Oh, I mean, look at this. Where in the world will you find a collection of dogs looking so wonderful as these?
Now, look, we're going to take a look round the ring now, and you can see just how many dogs we have in here. It's such an extraordinary spectacle. I love the breeder stakes. The Abethans there looking an absolute picture standing, those elk hounds.
We did tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it would be a fantastic spectacle.
Now, our judge does not have to judge them all in this ring.
We'd be here till tomorrow.
We would. We'll just qualify what's happening here, because Father Gandini is going around. He is already prejudged. We'll get a short list, I think, of 10.
The Breeder Stakes is a competition which has been run throughout the year, with each breeder accumulating points.
So moving down past the Salukis into the Terrier group, those 2 groups of Bedlingtons.
Very distinctive, that head, and the little cheeky cans. Irish Terriers there. Soft-coated Wheatons. Bichon Frises, you're coming along the toy group there. Looking there, the Papillons, big contenders. And the Pomeranians and Pugs. What a task to judge these. Everyone has presented so beautifully. They've turned out magnificently. It really is just, I mean, a round of applause is not enough when you see such a wonderful group of dogs as this.
Gorgeous Gordon set ahead there. Now he's moving around to the utility group now. There's the group of Dalmatians. Lhasa Apsos, of course, breeder there of Best in Show winner a couple of years ago when Frank was judging.
Tibetan Spaniels there, and here's the working group. Just 2 breeds here, the Bernese and the Newfoundlands. Then the pastoral group, the Australian Shepherds. Hungarian Poolies in there as well. You just, I mean, isn't that just wonderful? What a nice thing to be able to do, to judge those.
And the best thing about this is testament to the quality and dedication of British dog breeders is the number of breeders here who've managed to put teams in the ring for tonight's performance.
Tremendous, isn't it? And it's consistency that's got them here, being able to produce these dogs.
So now we're going to have a short list of prejudged breeders.
And it's the first group we saw coming into the ring. This is the Ashani Afghan hounds.
Oh, lovely. We have Phil and Diana Reed's Petit Basset Griffon Vendien. Maud Daxi is their affix.
And then we have the Salukis, I think.
No, that's the Abethan
I'm sorry,
hounds
the
coming
Abethan
in.
hounds. I was looking down at my notes and I looked up.
That's Mrs. Egan's Snowleaf Abethan hounds. The Norwegian Elk hounds. That's Mrs. Morn's Bower Hinton affix. The Bedlingtons, that's the second group of Bedlingtons, I think, the Woolshaw's Jan Mark Bedlingtons.
Yes,
Remember, this is a short list. I think we'll see all these move again before any final decisions are made. Over to the utility group, we have the Dalmatians. That's Mrs. Cobb McGill's Calicari Dalmatians. The Lhasa Apsos. Zentar, of course, Best in Show here at Crufts. Very short while ago, I think it was a couple of years ago. And I think this is the last of our finalists to come in. Mrs. O'Neill's 10-shilling pointer team. So we have 8 teams there. The rest will now leave the ring to a huge round of applause. And look at our judge respecting those breeders for putting their teams of dogs into the ring in such fantastic condition.
They deserve all the applause they can get here because they have been absolutely wonderful, presenting themselves so smartly, so beautifully, and taking part in this wonderful parade, this wonderful demonstration of some of the finest dogs that we'll see ever in Britain.
And this selection has been made where our judge has been looking for uniformity, excellence in breed type, the quality of the dogs. The mark of any really good breeder is to be able to produce a type, and that's why they ask for more than one dog. So you've got a little group of dogs and there should be uniformity of type there. That's what they want to see. A little discussion with the steward there about how they want to run this.
Well, as you've said, Jess, I think that they will now be moved as a group. And you get a chance to see them all on the move, starting with the lovely Afghan hounds.
So just giving instructions to the handlers now about what he wants to see. Straight up and down, I think, to start with, and then around the ring. This is the Ashani Afghan Hound team.
And they come from the Isle of Anglesey, up there in North Wales. The pet names Alice, Blaze and Quest. The handlers Kathy Harding, Naomi Crowley and Mr. Ryan Lack.
Striding out beautifully with that little line of ringtails. And then around the ring so we get a good look at them moving.
And now the small version of your breed, Jess.
Phil and Diane Reid with their Mordaxi Petit Basset Griffon Vendien. And I think that's Kerry handling there as well. And I'm not sure who the fourth handler is. Can't see from the back view at the moment. Going to see them move.
Yes, Philip, Diane, Corrie McEwen and Karen Forbes.
Ah, Karen. And there we go. We see the little petits. They should have their lovely wagging tails, cheeky faces.
Cheeky names too. Jimmy, Elvis, Coco and Mercy. They've been competing at Crufts in one form or another for 28 years.
And away they go, the Mordaxi team.
And here then we have the Snowleaf of Beaton Hounds, the Mrs. Liz Egan, and the handlers, 4 handlers here, or is it 3? 3 of them, yes, Liz Egan, Jill Morris, and Mrs. Bettina Fredericks. Another team from Wales, from Brincoed and Powys. Pet names of the dogs, Sally, Rafa and Willow. Given their proper names, Champion Snowleaf Prime Mover, Snowleaf Time Stand Still and Snowleaf Red Sector A.
And here they come, moving nice and steady back towards the judge, and then stacking in profile so they can see the beautiful flowing lines of those Abethan hounds before they go back to their place. Now, here we go, the Bowerhinton Norwegian Elk Hounds.
That's right, with Mrs. Trina Morn.
And their owners turned out in lovely Norwegian colours too.
Aren't they? Very smart. 4 handlers there. Mrs. Trina Morn, it's her Bowerhinton team with Ms. Helen Taylor, Ms. Debbie Martin and Ms. Georgina Plowright. Very smart indeed they look. They come from Lincoln, Norwegian Elk Hound. The dogs are Roxy, Cracker, Bear and Brig.
And a very even looking team too. Those beautiful saddle markings you can see so clearly as they're coming towards us there. Now away they go, and we're going to see The Bedlingtons.
Yes, these are
The Jan
the
Mark.
Jan Mark, that's correct. Jan and Mark Walshaw, of course. Jan and Mark are amongst the four handlers there with Paul Richardson and Carmel Clark O'Neill. And they come from Cleveland, up there in the northeast. Frank Kane country, that sort of area, isn't it? The Bedlington Terriers. And the dogs, nice simple names. Got T, J, Vi and Blue.
Taken nice and steady so they all keep together as a cohesive team. Oh, I think we might have had some practice handling sessions here.
Aren't they smart?
They are
Very
indeed.
smart indeed.
And then sharply stacked to show them to their best advantage. Final look for our judge before he sends them away. Now we have the Kalokeri Dalmatians.
Yes, with Mrs. Alexandra Cobb McGill, Mrs. M. Cousins and Miss R. Croft handling there, all three of them. And they come from West Yorkshire, Liversedge in fact. And the pet names of the dogs, I've got names of two of them, Dazzle and Forest. I don't know what the third one's called. I'm not sure
And
which one's
interestingly,
which, to be
we've got
honest.
liver spotted there rather than black spotted, I think.
There's a match team of liver-spotted Dalmatians. It's hard to tell, actually, but they are liver, yes, you're quite right.
Black spotted, of course, much more commonly seen than the liver, but a lovely trio. Now, Margaret Anderson's Zentar Laza Apso team. Very sparkly. I like the breeders wearing gold and everybody else has black. That's rather good. Always put down in beautiful condition, as they say, for the show ring, basically meaning that these dogs will be in tip-top condition both in their body and also in their coat, which is so important for this breed. Might be a little dog, but nonetheless, underneath all that hair, they'll be a fit animal. And actually, I have such huge admiration for anybody who shows coated dogs like this after the winter we've had in the UK. It has been so wet and muddy for so long, and just look at the sparkling form and condition we've got on show here. I would have thought these Laza Apso were in with a shout.
Yeah, it's not easy to keep dogs like that clean and tidy, as you say, in the kind of weather that we've been living with. So there's our Laza Apsos.
Now the last of our contenders coming through now. 4 10-shilling pointers.
That's right, with Carolyn O'Neill. And the handlers Linda Weston, Sally Rankin, Diane Young and Carolyn O'Neill. And they come from Kenilworth, not far from here actually, with Lila, Gracie, Orlando and Nancy. The 10-shilling. Pointers, beautiful.
And we'll see them move. Should be a series of graceful flowing curves on the move. Lashing tail action, so characteristic for the breed. Paolo Dondina's seen his finalists now. He prejudged them to get them down to the cut, but this was the judging. And now he has to decide who is going to take the first place in this breeders' competition. He's asked for the boards.
So he's made his decision. It's going to be interesting to see how they're like when we've got 16 up to 16 animals in front of those boards, but we'll
It'll
see
be very
how this
orderly,
goes.
Peter, I'm
Oh,
sure.
sure it is, I'm sure it is. So we look down with the Afghans first, the shiny, then the pretty Basset Griffon Vendéen.
Oh, Dalmatians all wagging their tail in unison. I thought
And
so. It goes to Margaret Anderson's beautiful Lhasa Apso. They take the breeders' competition.
Yes, we didn't name them before. Miss Kathy Hart, Mrs. Melanie Shand Clark and Mrs. Mary Roach, together with Margaret Anderson there. They come from Coventry, just round the corner from here.
And into second place, it's the team of Ibethan hounds, Snowleaf, they were.
Sally Raffer and Willow, yes, there they are, with Liz Egan, Jill Morris and Bettina Fredericks.
Those beautiful 10-shilling pointers go into third place.
Yes, who we've just seen, aren't they? Absolutely splendid. And
Jumping for joy.
the Bedlingtons. Group 4 goes to those lovely Bedlington Terriers.
Jan Mark, the Woolshaw's Jan Mark Bedlingtons take fourth place. But there's our winners, almost identical. A beautiful team of 4 Lhasa Apso from Margaret Anderson Zentaur Affix.
Lovely judge, lovely exhibition of judging there. And who would argue with that? What a lovely collection of dogs. 15 beautiful animals down there. Very proud breeders who've produced such a beautifully matched collection of dogs in each case. Margaret's very pleased.
Well, she's taken best in show here before, and now she's sitting at the head of the breeders' competition. A tremendous achievement for someone totally dedicated to her breed. Presentation from Judge Paolo Dondina. So presentation now, big rosettes as always in the Crufts main best in show ring. There's Vince Hogan there from Our Dogs, congratulating our winners. Big smiles all round, as I'm sure there would be. A tremendous achievement winning in the Breeders' Stakes. So a final round of applause and a lap of